So now we're going to talk about breath work, but this is more like instructional videos for those who are planning to come and have a ceremony with us. So the breath work, the release, trauma release breath work is based on your chakra system. And if you're not familiar with the chakra system, I will put some pictures and explanation about that. But basically, chakra system comes from ancient philosophies such as Ayurveda, or Vedic traditions, from Tibetan traditions, where basically, if you translate into modern language, each chakra system actually corresponds to a certain endocrine organ system. And if we start with the first chakra, the first chakra is located at the bottom of your spine, and it is responsible for your grounding, for your stability, emotional stability. If your chakra is balanced, you feel stable. When you walk planet Earth, you feel good. You feel like home wherever you go, and you feel confident. The sense of belonging, that's what first chakra is. First chakra is responsible for your ability to provide food, the very basic necessities, like eating food and finding some safety. That's what first chakra is. When it's out of balance, it is something that generates fear, anxiety, and people with fear and anxiety have a very unbalanced, blocked first chakra. The reason why it happens, there's many reasons, and we're going to talk about them. It's probably something that happened in your past, something that you probably sometimes don't even remember, sitting in your subconscious, but it is affecting your behavior. Then comes the second chakra. The second chakra is responsible for your creativity. It is located between your pubic bone and your umbilical area. That another name for that is a powerhouse. Interestingly enough, through that space, it's believed in certain traditions that life enters through that particular area. Another interesting fact that particular area between your umbilicus and your pubic area, there is the artery. When an embryo actually feeds you, and then when you grow up, when we do surgeries, it's obliterated. We call it urachus. So, according to ancient traditions, this is where the life enters you when you're an embryo, when you just get implanted to the uterine wall. And when you die, when you leave this planet, soul actually leaves through that space. So in Kundalini Yoga, when you do your exercise on that area, it's called, what was the name? It's a specific breath work that you do in Kundalini Yoga, and it's called, what was the name of it? Forgot. It will come to me. So that is one of the most important chakras, because this is the chakra of creation, chakra of your creativity. So as we know, the Creator created us, so we could be creators as well. So all your creative ideas, including having sex and having a baby, which is also creating, Anything from that all the way to creating some masterpieces and some business ideas, they all come from second chakra when it's balanced. When it's unbalanced, then it can turn into kind of a disaster, because then all these unhealthy sexual behaviors that can happen. In some cases, it could be aggressive. In some cases, it could be opposite. People don't want to have sex. In some cases, it could be also not only sex related, but related to other feelings like jealousy, envy. So that is your second chakra when it's unbalanced. The third chakra is your solar plexus. And the solar plexus is responsible for your courage, for you being courageous and bold. That's what your solar plexus is. And it's also interesting that it's located at the level of your adrenals. And this is exactly the gland that we use in our physiological response of fight or flight. So basically it's the same thing. Modern medicine and ancient medicine, they're talking about the same thing. It's just in a different form, in a different using different words, but ideally it's basically the same. So solar plexus, when it's balanced, you feel powerful, you feel strong, you feel I can, this attitude of I can do this. That resilience is coming from your solar plexus. When it's out of balance, this is when you feel powerless. This is when you feel, when you're powerless, you feel frustrated. And the worst variation of frustration is anger, rage, hate. It's all coming from that area. And when you feel powerless, you're trying to move that energy from the bottom of your spine all the way up, because it's so uncomfortable, and that's what makes you feel frustrated. So the next chakra is your heart chakra, and it is located in your heart, in the area of your heart. It's the chakra that it's the beginning of the portal of the higher triangle. So the human body consists of two triangles, energetic triangles, according to yogic practices. The lower triangle, which we just spoke about, this three chakras, first, second, and third, and then it divided by diaphragm, and above the diaphragm we have our heart chakra, heart, throat, third eye, and crown chakra. So the heart is the chakra of love, acceptance, compassion. And when it is blocked, we either drain ourselves and become a doormat, or we become completely close to love, and we don't experience love, and we don't let love inside of our heart. Throat chakra is responsible for our expression, verbalization, to express ourselves clearly, to express and not prove our point, but bring that point healthy. This is what throat chakra is all about. But when it is out of balance, this is when we suppress. This is when we don't say certain things. If I say it, I can hurt that person. If I say it, it's not looking politically correct. If I say it, it could be blah, blah, blah. I can get in trouble. And thus, I suppress. I suppress. I suppress. And then as a result, we may develop diseases. And then the third chakra is the chakra of your intuition. And we call it third eye. And then the fourth chakra is the chakra of connecting your being, your soul, with source itself. That's how the chakra system works, and this is just an introduction to the chakra system first, and then from that point we're going to talk about how we're going to breathe during our breathwork ceremony.